So welcome everyone. Today I'm going to go through making a cute little card. Whoop, my bow fell off. And this is made from the pocket card die, and you also get a pocket here where you could put in a little gift card. I've tweaked the design a little bit. These were my originals. I thought it was just something cute maybe you could give to a coworker or a friend. So that's today's project. Majority of the products I'm using come from the Fun Stamper's Journey catalog. And I just wanted to show the catalog to a couple of people who were asking. I just got them this past week. It is nice to see things in print and actually get some size of some things. But there's a lot more things coming out. They're going to do another little catalog, as I understand it, pretty quickly. Okay, to get started, while I was waiting, I did some taping. I'm just going to let the camera kind of adjust. I'm having all kinds of technical problems today. Okay, this is one of the pocket cards. When you cut out your die cut, this is what you get, basically. Come on, focus. That's a little better. Okay. So there's many ways you can fold this up. Most often I've seen it folded kind of this way, and then it's presented, you know, kind of just one surface. I like it to be an actual card, so I'm choosing to do it a little bit differently. So because the card is actually going to have a pocket on the outside and open this way, I'm going to use two of the tabs and put some tape here. But before I do that, so I can attach our ribbon, I've just taken a little tiny bit of a nick with my scissors, kind of right there. And it's a little bit larger than I'd like, but no one's going to see it by the time we put the ribbon on it. And I've also put some tape here and here, and that's to secure the ribbon. But something I want to do before I get into all that is we don't need this tab, so I'm going to cut that off. You could do it with a paper trimmer or freehand. And these Tim Holtz scissors make it very easy to do. So I'm going to be doing this multiple times. So in order for you to be caught up, you would need to have made your die cut. And attach some tape, which I'll show you where to do that in just a second. Cut off this tab and made a slight tiny hole right there. Okay. Then I'm going to kind of spruce these up a little bit. And I want to do it on the parts that show. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some silk. Silk is kind of like a metallic I don't know if you can see on my example card. See the gold splotches? It just kind of gives some more texture. Oh, you can kind of see it on the interior a bit better to your card, and it's very, very simple to do. On that one I used gold. I think on this I'm going to go with silver, and then on the oatmeal I'm going to go with the gold. Ay, things are just falling. So you just want to give it a good shake. It comes in something that looks exactly like nail polish. Just give it a kind of a good mix. And that's kind of what it looks like when you get it. And I'm just going to put a little piece of catch paper underneath here. Just so it doesn't get everywhere. Still trying to keep this mat nice and clean if I can. Actually, let me push all this up. Maybe that's half the problem with the visibility issue. That's a bit better. Nope. Okay. So we kind of want it on the areas that are going to show. So what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to kind of open these up. And we've shaken this pretty well. And then it's just a matter of literally flicking it on. It does go everywhere, I will say that. But it dries pretty darn quick from what I've noticed so far. Oh, and I got it over here on the oatmeal too. No harm in kind of flipping this. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of let that go. I'll let that dry a minute, and it's practically dry now. And I have another blank that I think the gold will look better on. So I'm just going to shake that up. You can see it becomes very, changes color quite a bit. And we're going to start by opening this up. When you initially do this, it does look kind of, like, you made a mistake. But I just kind of got used to it. And now I've become a little more heavy-handed with it. It goes everywhere when you do it that way, though. So, after it dries, Just so hard to tell if anybody else has joined us. But it does give like a nice kind of muddled look, which this card needs just a little something. Okay. Okay, just quickly, I kind of wanted to get this assembly together. And I've cut some interior pieces for the card, so you can put a message. Okay, and then these are going to be our stamping and layering pieces. Okay, so after you kind of get it silked, I've already put the tape, and you just want to put the tape on the outside of your flaps there. I've done it wrong on that one. The piece that I cut for the card interior is 3.5 by 3 1/4. I'll get you a little message. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick that down on the inside. Okay, so where you put your tape on these guys is actually right here. Those two flaps. I keep doing it backwards for some reason. It's okay though. A little extra tape. Okay, so what I think might be easier for you to see is when I'm working on this craft color. I'm not sure. But what I think might be easiest to do is just to pull these interior tapes, and I'll show you why in a second. Let's pull that guy. And that guy. Okay, then you're going to take this ribbon, and from the inside of your pocket, you're going to feed it through until you got a little tail end there you can stick on that tape. And you're going to fold this over and this over. You're going to peel the tape here. And we need a little tiny piece about right there. And right there. And And then you're going to bring this up around the outside of the pocket and kind of line it up so it's straight. And then I just cut the tail. And then you've got that peeled, and then this is just going to lay down, stick down. Want it to be as straight as you can and become your pocket. Then I recommend taking a bone folder and kind of reinforcing your folds, burnishing it down, and then that's kind of the outside of your card. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little time and catch these guys up. This is the cocoa powder gingham ribbon. It's actually brown and black, which I like quite a bit. And then this is the black gingham ribbon, which, as everybody knows, is my favorite. So that's why you cut the little hole on the outside of the pocket. On the bottom of the pocket, really. Hold it straight. Press it down. Make your folds for your pocket. Okay, just going to bring this up and around, making sure it's pretty straight, and it is. Cut off the tail and close the pocket. And then just reinforce the fold. And then that's what you've got. Hi, Eileen. Okay. So once again, I'm going to feed this through. Pull this little piece of tape. Fold these two tabs over. Use your bone folder to reinforce it. Get this nice and straight. Small piece of tape runner is all you need. Trim that back. Pull the tape. Oop. Pull the tape. Put some more over here. Make sure it's nice and straight. And then that's where you are. I had a so-so Christmas. I spent most of it in bed, but I am feeling a bit better. Today I got up and got a shower and got out of that sick bed, and I'm feeling a little bit like I have a little bit of energy, not much. So that's why I kind of chose a simple project to do today. I am hoping to return to work tomorrow. We'll see how I feel. Okay, so then you've got your card bases done, your ribbon applied, your interior mats applied, and you've used the silk over the cards to give it a little bit of extra. And now and it dries really quick. I don't know if you can see it on there. Let's see if it'll focus. We'll give it a minute. Come on. I don't know why. All right. There you go. Can you see it? That one shows it quite well. Yeah, I haven't been dressed in a week, so just in my jammies, literally in bed. Okay, so I cut some layers. To go with the respective cards, and what I'm going to be using is, and I got silk all over this too, is the Ruff Day ATS stamp. That's what he looks like. Ay, 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 camera. He's very cute. In this, it says one stamp, but one thing I wanted to show you that I kind of liked is it's actually two. They separated the sentiment for you, so it does come that way. My big task yesterday was I cleaned off my desk, and as I cleaned off my desk, I found my other foot. And I cleaned all my stamp blocks, and I don't know if you guys remember, but I had this horrible stain on this stamp block, and nothing took it off, seemingly nothing, but this did. This is the True Color Fusion stamp cleaner, and I mean, it was stained. It totally fixed it. I was pretty happy about that. Okay. So we need one in a cocoa powder color. It did. It cleaned it right off. I was very happy by that. So there's our little guy. I got it on everything. Alright, it's going to annoy me because it's on my coffee cup. For Pete's sake. Alright. Some of my stamp cases. on there forever. Okay. So I'm pretty sold about this cleaner now because I was never a person to really go nuts with cleaning my stuff. But that really cleaned up that stamp block so well. Okay, so there's our brown one. And that's going to go on our craft, our oatmeal cookie one. I just have a little 1/8. Make sure this fits. It looks a little big. It is a little big. We're going to have to cut that down. That's okay. So when I stamp these two, I just have to make sure that I stamp them in the middle. Okay, here we go. This is with the black licorice. The original example I made just all with cocoa powder, and I was thinking I could make it look a little better by changing up the colors. Okay, so there he is in black. And I think that'll look better on that one card. Oh, hang on. Give me a second, Eileen, and I'll open the links. Or attempt to. Okay. So what a difference. Just by changing the ink color. Alright, let's see if we can't help Eileen out. Open the links. There you go, Eileen. You can try now. And thank you for doing that. Appreciate it. Okay. And the last little thing we need to stamp before we trim these up is our little sentiment on the white. So I just use that little block, which was absolutely horrible for a long time. So we want one in cocoa powder. And we want 2 in black licorice. Okay. Then we're done with our little doggy. And we're done with our ink, really. We're almost done with this card. Okay, now what I do, I have this word window punch that this fits in from Stampin' Up! Days. So I just come in here and use that. Okay, we do need to trim this up just a little bit. And what I found is pretty easy to do that with is just one of these little tonic trimmers. I literally eyeball it and then measure it when I'm done. Okay, so this guy is now 2.5 by 2 7/8, I'm gonna say. So we want this to be 3. And this to be 2 3/4. And that should give you, oh, see, it's a little wide on the side. Probably even go more. Okay, so there you go. So because I don't do everyone correctly, I just trim each one up. See, yeah, this one's not 2.5. 2 3/8. Quarters. You are what now? Alright, let's try this. Okay. That one's good. Last one. Good morning, Dixie. Good morning, Merle. I am just trimming up some of my images. Okay. So there's some trimming. I don't know that I could have stamped it in that small a space, just so I'd rather cut the piece a little bit bigger and then trim it back. That's just my preference. You can do it however you want. So then we're just going to mount this. I just wanted this to have a smidge of a border. Okay. Okay, there's our three little doggies. And I put this kind of towards the top and left. Excuse me. Okay. And then this little rough day in the black goes right here. Kind of centered off the point. Okay, and then the last step is I had tied these bows previously, is just add the little bow. And I did it with a glue dot. I'm going to just come back and trim these guys. So there he is with the cocoa ribbon. It's a really cute project, I think. You know, for a coworker who's having a rough day, or a friend who might be going through a trying time. You could put a little gift card in there, and then you still have place for your note. Oh, these glue dots are trying. I think that's really cute. The black and white and the red. Hi, Diane. I love this little guy. I think he's just adorable. Whoop. I don't know how it came off cut on my finger. So you know what might work better? Okay, so there's your project. Now you can keep going with this pretty simply. I think I'm going to put a little glaze on his nose, just because I think that would be really sweet. And I'm going to try one. The other thing I think that I might have done, and I still might do, is go over the actual, like this lip of the card I think gets lost. So I want to go over it with a little bit of ink. But it's pretty cute, and it's a pretty easy project to do. I learned recently that this Journey Glaze is part resin. Come on. What is going on with this thing? I see the trouble. It's not in the tip. It's in the base. So it's not allowing anything to come through there. All right, let's see. There it goes. Okay, took a minute. Come on. There we go. Part of the problem is I just can't see. Alright, very good. Alright, so now he's got glaze on his nose. And I'm just going to give that a few minutes to dry. Have a little sip of coffee. I did, Diane. Did you? I thought that was so cool. I really thought it was a nice present and something very useful. I had a cleaning cloth for my glasses that I thought might help me. Here it is. Yeah, I thought it was really great. Very unexpected. And did you get your catalogs? They actually have a catalog, and I got a case of them. So next week I have some earmarked to go out to some folks that might be, oh, it's so much better, so much clearer, that might be interested in seeing the things in print. You know, it kind of gives you a little bit of a better idea. So that's your little project. Okay, there's a button in there. Gives you a little place for the message. I think it's really sweet. I know you can't see it, but he's got the glaze on his nose. There you go. So very easily done. Just some FSJ products to use, and yeah, it's really nice. But you know, for next time to make them cuter, I would put a little bit of the glitter there too. But the glaze on the nose, I think, is pretty sweet. So that's all I prepared for you guys. Oh, see? You know what? I might use that glaze as some glue to hold down these ribbons. Can't push it. It's speckled. We used the silk. on the little cards today. These are the 3 colors it comes in: gold, silver, and bronze. It's part adhesive, part resin, that is. That's what I learned. Because I actually read the bottle. And I'll tell you the other thing that I mentioned earlier. I don't know if you guys remember, but this stamp block of mine, this happens to be my favorite one. I don't know where it came from, but it was really stained in the corner. I had used it for a block, and I had some ink pool on there, and nothing took it off. But this did. I mean, I thought it was a goner. The size of the treat box. Okay. I happen to have one here. So the treat box is 3.5 by 2.5 by 1 1/4. Okay. How is this used? Well, you just shake it up and you flick it on your paper to get this effect. But I was saying earlier I wanted to put some more ink to kind of define this edge. So I think what I might do is just take some of this and just kind of paint it on there. This is akin to smooch spritz. But it's looks like nail polish to me. And it dries very quickly. So I kind of felt like this needed a little more defining. I just stuck my finger in the glaze, so I might have to redo that. So there you go. Oop, not much. But that just gives it a little more pow, you know. Whoop. Totally too much on that one. I like the speckled and just a little bit. Okay, so since I stuck my finger in this, really? Alright, much better. Okay. So there you go. I like the speckles. It does dry pretty fast. I don't know if you can see his nose. Looks like a kangaroo. So we're just going to let this dry. And then you get the pocket, so you could just put a little gift card in there for someone who's having a tough time of it. So we're just going to let all this soak. See, I just moved it, darn it. Just going to let all that dry. So this is the catalog. And just to go over quickly the things that I used to create this card. It says AT0068, Rough Day, up here. And it does say one stamp. Well, it says two stamps because the sentiment is separated. The Journey Glaze. I've been using this at Easy Glide adhesive runner, and I do like it. It seems to be lasting. The stamp cleaner that we talked about. I used some white liner tape. It's 55 yards for $4.95, which I think is a little bit better than score tape. I used the black licorice gingham ribbon. You get 15 yards, it's 3/8 inch ribbon for $7.95. And I also used the cocoa powder gingham ribbon. Again, 15 yards, 3/8 of an inch ribbon in size, $7.95. The glazes are $3.95. You get a half a fluid ounce. Very inexpensive, and I think you get a little bit of bang for your buck there. The red color cardstock I'm using is Cranberry Bliss. The white is their whipped cream. The craft color is Oatmeal Cookie. And the die I wanted to show you is this one. It's the pocket card die. Ugh. See on the bottom there? Will it stand up? Do you mean like this? Or you can do it this way. Yeah, it'll stand up. So that's the stuff that I use. The dye? Yeah, exactly. Eileen, and Eileen, one of these is coming to you. I just have to get a payday after the holiday. So I want to say $34.95, but hang on a second. Yes, $34.95. And it's 11 by 6. It's pretty big. It just makes it on the paper on a sheet of 8.5 by 11. Yep. They have some really nice. I was looking at, moving forward. I needed some non-Christmas stuff. I kind of loaded up on the Christmas stuff. And I was looking in these sets. 21 stamps for $22. Not too bad. Many wishes. This says, back to school, congratulations, enjoy, thank you, thanks friend, wishing you amazing 365 days to come, happy birthday, special, happy New Year, happy Thanksgiving, happy Father's Day, happy Halloween, Merry Christmas, P.S. I love you, happy birthday, happy St. Patrick's Day, happy Mother's Day, Feliz cumpleaños, muchas gracias, so sorry for your loss, may God grant you and yours the strength to remember the good and the opportunity to celebrate the moment shared with heartfelt sympathy. Your willingness to help is always inspiring and much appreciated. Thank you. I thought that was a really good set. And then they have little big greetings, and that says, hi, hello, thinking of you, a happy hello, surprise, little cutie, yay you. Silly, celebrate you, wish big, smile big, happy birthday, I love you, welcome home, with sympathy, the end, thank you, congrats, whoa baby, remember when, wishing you well, missing you, friend, just because, thanks so much, get well soon, some treats, eat cake, just a note. I thought that one was also good. That was 30 stamps for $21.95. No. Yeah, I can show the angels. Angel, angel, angel. Under rough day, huh? Well, here's, this one. If life was easy, where would all the adventures be? The cherub. They're red rubber, and they're manufactured by Stampers Anonymous. I'll show you. So this is an example of an ATS stamp. Pretty deeply etched. And they don't have an index on the back, but that doesn't bother me too much because you can't really see through it anyway. And if the index isn't perfect, it's just not going to work, So that's one of them. This is the pocket card die, just to show you how big it is. They are very good quality. I like it. I like it a lot. They're also partnered with Spellbinders, so all of the dies are pretty much wafer thin. But this gives you an idea. And I've done a lot with this little die so far. I've made cards like you see. I've done straight up and down gift card holders. I made a book. It's quite big. And when you sign up as a coach, part of the kit was that you get this machine, the Journey Grand machine, which was really kind of enticing to a lot of us out here. So they have all these little ATS stamp, artist trading size stamps. And then these are some of the sets. Our ATS collection. So I've been kind of planning my next move. You know, what I want to pick up in you know, and I made this one to death. This is the Winter Wonderland that I used to make that box. I think that might be my favorite stamp set of Christmas. I just made it and made it and made it and made it. And I use this one a lot too, the deers. But they have a lot of very pretty flower ones too. Flowers and leaves and your typical. Some are very childlike, which, you know, this is geared, I'm sure, for a lot of people who have children. John had got this one, thank God. The Happy Camper. But then they have a lot of other things that are girly, and they're just starting out. It's kind of ground floor with the company. In the month of January, if you have a party and you have sales over $150, you'll be getting a mystery box full of $50 worth of product from before the catalog release. So that should be kind of interesting. I'm interested to see that. It was a very generous kit that you first got. Yep. Lots of background stamps. No, just got the catalog and thought I would show it. I did show some new things with the project this morning. This is the newsprint script. This is the texture, kind of looks like burlap a little bit, kind of like that. I can do a party anytime. I always have a party open. So that's the pocket die. That's the one that I used. Tag pocket, note pocket, scallop pocket, scallop sleeve pocket. I think this can be helpful in doing mini books. Heart pocket. This is the one that comes with your kit, the pennants. This is the banner parade. hearts and reversed banner, pennants. This is the furry mustache. There is a stamp that goes with that. The stars and the clouds. This is the treat box. I thought I would use it more than I did. Butterfly prints. There is a stamp that goes with that. Artful butterfly. And then there's a stamp that goes with the general butterflies. And then this is called bird tweet. There's a stamp that goes with that too. So a lot coordinate. Thanksgiving. A lot of the sentiments would fit in these kind of labels. This is the cookie exchange that coordinates with that stamp set. Badge label. Then some of your, more basic shapes from Spellbinders. Ornamental, fancy, and treat labels. This is squares. Rectangles, circles, ovals. I just picked up the ovals because I didn't have any. These are long rectangles. These are regular rectangles. And then these are all the colors that they have. They have 43 colors right now. And it comes in 8.5 by 11 or 12 by 12. You get 25 sheets in the 8.5 by 11 pack, so I think that's pretty affordable. The 12 by 12 only comes with 12 sheets. So give you some more colors there. And more. One of my favorite things so far has been the whipped cream. The ink is very, very similar to that I really like, which is that Memories white ink. It's almost exactly the same. Very, very true white. So this is some of their pattern papers. They don't have that many. This is the front and the back, front and the back, front and the back, front and the back. And then this is just showing the colors of the ink. Well, the ink coordinates with the cardstock. "43 colors." And then they have some little, these are all kind of like elements, embellishments, but they're paperclip style. I kind of like this. This reminds me of the Tim Holtz one that are becoming hard to get. So I was glad to see that that popped up somewhere else. And then this is sequins. All those colors of sequins on the bottom. And then this is glitter. This is what they call confetti sparkle. This is probably chunky glitter, where this is very, very like microfine glitter. So that's a difference there. These jumbo clothespins, they're small and chunky. And then they have little tiny ones. And then they also have what are called sparkle drops, cut rhinestones and pearls. These are kind of like those candy drops, but they're sparkly. Buttons. These are kind of like plastic accents. Then the twine that you've seen me use, and then this is the silk. Yep, lots of goodies. This is all a ribbon. They don't have ribbon that coordinates with everything just yet, which I kind of like. I don't like it to be overwhelming. But they have satin ribbon too. Double-sided satin ribbon, which is kind of hard to come by at a decent price. And it's all 5/8, and it only comes in 5 colors. The bubblegum, the lavender fusion, the Catalina splash, green olive, and black. I kind of wish that they put a buttercream or a whipped cream in there. Lots of gingham. And then they have what they call crimp ribbon, which is kind of like grosgrain, but it's two-tone. Most of the ribbon is 3/8, like this little lavender is a 1/4 inch. So that's the Journey Grand machine that you get when you sign up. Hi Sandy, how are you feeling? You know, and they're retailing it for $139.99, which I think is really great considering that we paid $150, you know, for everything else that we got. So it was pretty good deal. That's the trimmer that Eileen says is really great. And I hear the scissors are good too. And then this is the white liner tape. You get 55 yards for $4.95, and it's a pretty sizable roll. I mean, I've used quite a bit of this, but I think it's pretty great for, you know, if you're using score tape. It reacts the same way. So that's kind of the catalog. So that's everything that you get. In the catalog, the price is listed at $199. I think if you wanted to sign up, you could do so for $150 still, because I don't believe it hit 500 yet, but I could be wrong. And this is the Hostess program. You know what you get, depending on your sales. You do get Journey dollars, which can go towards free product. You can get so many items at 50% off, and you earn the ATS stamps, which is pretty nice. So in order to do that, to get all of it, you have to have a $400 party, but you do earn something at $150. So you can get $20 and one ATS stamp. So if anybody's interested in having a party, let me know. You can do it online. If you're interested in an order, you know, I always have a party open, so we can always order for you, and it ships directly to you if you're in the United States. Unfortunately, they're not in Canada or the UK just yet. But it's a really nice company, and I'm very pleased with everything that I've received from them so far. Thanks, Diane. I'm 336. That's my coach number. So anybody have any questions or? I was really happy to see when those catalogs showed up. I was very tickled to see that. I was afraid that it wouldn't. Not quite dry yet. That one's a little fuzzy still. I kind of like it this way. But you could do it this way too. And turn the image. So you still get a card. Yep. And that glue, that using that as a glue is working pretty well too. So there you have it. That's my little project for today. I just think that they've put a lot of care and concern into the products that they're making. I mean, I just see like the step it's been thought through. Like it seems works on tough ink stain. Yep, sure does. This Journey Glaze uses an adhesive as well as a resin, and the reason for that is because it's a mixture of both. You know, everything that I read, I'm just, you know, more and more impressed by. So I'm happy to be with them at the start, and because I think they're just going to grow from here on out, and you know, they're going to add lots more product. So I hope everybody got something that they really, really hoped for Christmas. I did. I can show you what it is. Keith got me this camera. It's a Hero 3, made by GoPro. I have it plugged in. Unfortunately, he did not get an SD card, so I can't begin shooting with it. But I'm hopeful that this is going to give some better resolution to my YouTube videos. And it's in this whole like contraption when you get it. And what I'm hoping to do is get a clamp, because it's meant to be an action camera. Like you should, you know, people clamp this to their bicycles and to their, you know, surfboards, and I mean it's all in this whole waterproof case. So I'm gonna try, and they have this kind of ball clamp type thing, and I'm going to try and mount it right about here, so that way when I'm working I can get a better quality on my YouTube videos. Unfortunately, it does not work without a card. So we'll see. Pretty cool though, huh? And do you find, Jess, that the software is pretty easy to use? Yeah, I just thought, you know, it'll be all encased, so if I'm spraying, I don't have to worry. And then I could just mount it kind of like right here, work right in front of me, and hopefully we'll get a different perspective. So I'm anxious to try it out. I understand that the software has a fast forward option, which none of my software does, so I'm interested. I'm interested to try it out. So we'll see. So that was my Christmas gift. Pretty excited to try it. And hopefully I can start doing some better videos with some consistency. So that and pneumonia I got for Christmas. And I'm sorry that many of you have been ill as well. I honestly can't believe how sick I've been. I've been out of work an entire week. And if you put in the weekends, it's 9 days I've been sick. I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm up, I'm showered, that type of stuff. I haven't been. Well, that's great. I'm still debating this HP computer that I got. Keith and I each got one, so that was kind of our big present to each other. I like it. It doesn't have all of my software on it, so it's like aggravating me a little bit. And I'm wondering if I'm just not gonna hold off and go get a Mac. I might return this and then go get a Mac. I got sick, CB. I got everything done in time, and then the following week, my body gave out. Yeah, Sandy, me too. I just had no energy. I couldn't stop coughing. It was just really bad. And I just finished my antibiotics on Friday, and then I have like this much cough medicine left for tonight, and that's it. And then hopefully, I'm planning on going back to work tomorrow, so we'll see. Mine is in my throat, my upper chest, and my sinus. I'm pretty dry, though, I must say. The other thing that I did prior to the holiday is I got into a buy, and I got some of these markers. Just 12. It does. It takes a lot to kick, so I'm just going to go pretty slow. So I thought if you guys are up to it, maybe I could try and do a journal page and use these. So I thought I would stop the recording